Hello everyone, welcome to EduRap and welcome to the Finance Current Affairs session. Today's session is a very important session because today we are going to revise the finance and news, the most important finance and news for the month of November 2022. So do you remember the finance and news for the month of November 2022? The important news that were released, the information that were released by the RBI or the other organization. So today, let's see that. Can you score 10 out of 10 in the Finance and News revision session? Do you remember the most important news articles for the Finance Current Affairs? But before starting with this revision session, there is a big announcement from EduTap that we have brought for you the comprehensive guide for RBI, NABARD and SEBI. So through a single guidebook, you can get all your common queries answered. If you want to know about the examination, that what is the previous year cutoff for the examination, what is the pattern for the examination, what is the syllabus for the examination, all your common queries can be solved through a single guidebook. You do not have to visit different links. You do not have to visit different websites. Through a single guidebook, you can even know everything about the preparation. That what should be the sources for the preparation. What should be the strategy for the preparation. All your common queries can be answered through a single guidebook. Even if you want to know about the organization, that what is SEBI? What is NABARD? What is RBI? All your common queries can be answered through a single guidebook. You do not have to visit different links. You do not have to visit different websites. And this is absolutely free of cost to save your time, to save your effort. You can easily download this ebook. The link is given in the description box below. So do download this ebook. Now let's start with our first question, and I hope that all of you will be easily able to answer this question. Very easy question. That the India Post Payments Bank and the Dash have collaborated to focus their efforts on enhancing the reach of the financial solutions to large sections of the society across India. So which of these organizations have collaborated with India Post Payments Bank, that you have to tell. So recently the RBIH, that is the Reserve Bank Innovation Hub, is the one that has collaborated with IPPB and to provide the financial solutions to the large section of the India, okay, across India. And RBIH is a very young organization, and that's why it becomes very important for you to have the clarity about the RBIH. And this is the background that has been provided. So the IPPB has collaborated with RBIH, and they both are trying to enhance the reach of the financial solutions to large section of the society across India. And the collaboration between the IPPB and RBIH will explore the leveraging. They will leverage. So IPPB, it uses the vast network of the post offices employees that have a deep rural reach. So by using the post office employees, the IPPB can help the financial solutions to reach to the deeper sections of the society, to reach to the far off sections of the society also. And that's why this collaboration between the IPPB and the RBIH is going to help make the solution reach to the rural finance. Okay. Enabling access to the sustainable and secure finance services. So the RBIH is the one that promotes the innovation. It is set up in Bangalore so that it can promote the financial solutions. It can make the financial solutions reach to the low income houses also. So every segment, for the financial services to reach every segment of the society through the research and innovation. So RBIH is the one that can do this, can have the research and innovation, okay, because it brings the different stakeholders of the markets, the different regulators of the market together, the fintechs together, the startups together to do the research and innovation. So RBIH is the one that can actually do the research and innovation and can bring the financial services to every segment of the society. So they both have come together to bring their benefits and to promote the financial solutions in the whole of the country. Now so I am giving you a brief background so that you can revise the news article in your mind. Okay, that this was the news article, now I remember. Okay. So next question is regarding the first pilot in the digital rupee for the retail segment. Remember this, that the first pilot for the e-rupee for the wholesale was also launched, and the e-rupee for the retail segment has also been launched. So first of all, you have to see that which first pilot is it talking about. Okay, so here the first pilot is regarding the retail segment that has commenced on 1st December 2022. Which of the following statements is or are correct regarding the first pilot for the retail segment? Very easy question. I hope you all can answer this very easily. First of all, this statement is absolutely correct because the e-rupee for the retail segment is in a digital token form. So you have to remember that in which form the e-rupee for the retail segment is. So it is in the form of the digital token, and it is the legal tender. So the e-rupee is the digital rupee that will be issued by the Reserve Bank of India. So it is a legal tender, of course. So the retail digital rupee would be distributed through the intermediaries under the pilot. So that is true, that it will be distributed through the banks, that is the intermediaries, for transactions between the person to person and person to merchant. So of course this statement is also true. So 9 banks have been identified for phase-wise participation in this pilot. Is it true? No, 8 banks. It is not 9, it is 8 banks that have been chosen, that has been identified by the Reserve Bank of India for the phase-wise participation in this pilot. Okay, so here this statement is wrong, and that's why the answer is A and B only. Okay, so here you can see the main features of digital currency. So the 8 banks have been identified for the phase-wise participation in the digital in the pilot. So the e-rupee has now been introduced for the individuals, and that's why we call it e-rupee, the retail segment. Okay, how will it is initially for the phase 1, there will be 2 phases. That's why it is written phase-wise participation. So in the 2 phases, in the first phase, there will be 4 banks that will be starting with the e-rupee retail segment in 4 cities. Okay. And this RBI has introduced a pilot for the retail version of the e-rupee, that is e-rupee retail segment, which will make it the first time people will be able to use the central bank's digital currency. Okay, what is an e-rupee? You all know what is an e-rupee. It is the digital form of the currency. And how will the trial work? On December 1st, the RBI will offer through the banks the individuals. So closed user group, some of the individuals and the merchants have been chosen. So they will be provided with the e-rupee in the digital wallets, and the digital wallets, the e-rupee will be provided through the intermediaries that are the banks. So this is the background that you can easily see and revise. Okay, this is for the revision of yours. Next question is that recently in December 2022, the first pilot for the e-rupee for the digital, for the retail segment has been launched, and you have to tell that which of the following cities is not among the 4 cities that have been chosen for the first phase. I have told you that in the first phase, 4 banks have been chosen as the participating banks, and these 4 banks will be launching this e-rupee for the retail segment in 4 cities. So which among these are not among the 4 cities? So Mumbai is among the 4 cities in the first phase. New Delhi is also among the 4 cities in the first phase. Bangalore and Bhubaneswar also. So only Hyderabad is the one that is not there for the e-rupee for the retail segment in the first phase. So answer is Hyderabad. Hyderabad, Ahmedabad, Gangtok, Guwahati, Hyderabad, Indore, Kochi, they will be Lucknow, Shimla, Patna, they will be coming in, with the e-rupee retail segment. They will be getting the e-rupee for the retail segment in the second phase. So for the first phase, 4 banks have been chosen. These are the 4 banks: State Bank of India, ICICI Bank, Yes Bank and IDFC First Bank, that will be launching, that will be starting the e-rupee for the retail segment for the closed user group in 4 cities, that is Mumbai, Bhubaneswar, Bangalore and Delhi. So you have to remember these names. Okay. So this is the background that I hope you can remember the name of the 4 banks of the 4 cities, and in later on part, the other 4 banks are in the second phase. 4 more banks will be added: the Bank of Baroda, Union Bank of India, SDFC Bank and Kotak Mahindra Bank. Okay. So now next question is regarding the Niveshak Didi. So in November 2022, the India's Post Payments Bank, that is the IPPB, in collaboration with the IEPFA under the aegis of the Ministry of Corporate Affairs, has launched the initiative called Niveshak Didi. So here a question can form that it can be dash. Okay, here it can be dash, that recently in November 2022 these two have collaborated for which initiative. So you can say Niveshak Didi, but here the question is that what is the approach or concept of the Niveshak Didi? Okay, so here the approach or concept of Niveshak Didi is what? It is by the women for the women, so that the women can go to the rural areas, they can teach the women in the rural areas, and they can increase the financial literacy among the women. So it is by the women for the women. Okay, so here you can see the Niveshak Didi. It is an initiative by women for women, and this is launched by the IPPB with the IPEFCA. Okay, so it is to take the financial literacy drive ahead. The IPPB in collaboration with IEPFA under the aegis of Ministry of Corporate Affairs has launched the initiative Niveshak Didi to promote the financial literacy, and the Prime Minister of our country also has said that this is a great initiative that is taken by the India Post Payments Bank, and the awareness, the camp's focus is to raise the awareness, financial awareness for the women and by the women is the approach, okay, or we can say by the women for the women is the approach. So, and for the starting of the Niveshak Dedi, there was the first floating camp that was held. It was the first floating financial literacy camp that was held with an initiative called Niveshak Dedi, okay. And this camp was where, that also you have to remember, it was in Dal Lake, Srinagar, okay. So now the next question is regarding the recently in November 2022, Union Bank of India has launched various products in its 104th Foundation Day to continue the legacy of being a tech savvy. So simply, Union Bank of India has seen the 104th Foundation Day. In this Foundation Day, the Union Bank has launched its app, its super app. What was the name of the super app? Do you all remember? It was Union Vyom app, okay. As well as with this app, there were other products that has also been launched, and the question is saying that which of the following product will provide the service to inculcate financial awareness and saving habits in the children and also help the parents have a corpus for the child's future. So you have to tell that which of these is the product that this line is saying, this statement is saying. So it is Union Muskaan. So here the answer is Union Muskaan. Union Muskaan is the product that has been launched by the Union Bank of India in its 104th Foundation Day, and the Union Muskaan is for the children to have the zero balance saving account for children of 0 to 18 years age, so that they have the different kind of facilities, and it will inculcate in them the habit of the saving, okay, and the financial literacy will increase among the children also. So to continue the legacy of being a tech savvy and customer centric bank, the Union Bank of India has launched these products. So Union Sparsh is for the visually impaired people. So it is a touch debit card. Union Muskaan, you have seen Union Channel Finance is a fully automated financing solution for the finance to dealers. I have told you all about these products in the session that I have taken regarding the Union Vyom app, where you can see that what these products are and what is the meaning and the benefits of each of the products also. Now they have name, Saras and Muskaan, so they are very important for you to understand. They are the products that have some name and that is bringing something new, okay. So this touch debit card is quite a new thing. This Union Muskaan, it is quite a new thing, okay. So you have to know about these products. I have taken a session regarding the Union Vyom app where I have explained you all these products. You have to remember this, okay. I am focusing on this much because this is very important. This is something new that has come in the banking sector. Now the next question is regarding the eligibility for the regional rural banks. So recently the RBI has brought a notification in which the RBI said that the regional rural banks that are providing the internet facility, that internet banking facility with transactional facility, the norms or the criterias have been made easier for them. So you have to tell that the net NPA limit has been increased from not more than 3% to not more than which percentage. So it is 5%. So not more than 3% means that their non-performing asset cannot go beyond 3%. If it go beyond 3%, what will happen? They will not be able to take the transactional facility for the customers that are connected with the regional rural banks. But now the criteria has been made easier, and now the NPA limit is 5%. So now if the bank, regional rural bank, has net and non-performing assets less than 5%, then they can do the internet banking with transactional facilities to provide more internet banking to more of the customers, okay. So this limit, the criteria, the eligibility criteria has been made easier for the internet banking. So for the regional rural banks that are providing the internet banking with transactional facility. So these are the norms that have been made easier. Before, the net worth should be 100 crores. But now the net worth of 50 crores is enough if you want to do the internet banking with transactional facility, if the regional rural banks want to do the internet banking with transactional facility. So I have taken a session on the regional rural banks also, in which I have told you that what were the prior criterias and what are the new criterias. The new criterias are quite rationalized. Rationalized means they have been made easier so that more of the regional rural banks can provide the internet banking with transactional facility, so that more customers can get internet banking with transactional facility. So there are the two types of internet banking. One is view only, where you can only see your bank accounts, the data regarding the bank accounts, but the transaction The internet banking with transaction facility means through this internet banking with transactional facility you can transact also. Okay, you can send your money to the third party or something. So there are two types of internet banking. All of this has been discussed in the session where I discussed about the regional rural banks. So next is, again, this is a very special, it is a very important session that has been taken by the MPC. So it was an off-cycle meeting that happened in November 2022. And this was a very special meeting, a very different kind of meeting, because it was for the first time in the history of the Monetary Policy Committee that such kind of meeting took place where the MPC has to draft a report to send to the government. Okay. So a separate meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee was held on November 3, 2022 to discuss and draft the report to be sent to the government by the Reserve Bank of India under the provision of the section 45ZN of the RBI Act for missing the inflation target for how many consecutive quarters or months. So it was for 9 consecutive quarters, for 9 consecutive months that they have missed the inflation. That means it is for the 3 consecutive quarters that they have missed the inflation target, and that's why they have to draft a report to send to the government. Okay, so you have to remember this very carefully, and which section is involved, that also you have to remember very carefully. Okay. So it is for the failure to maintain inflation target. If the Monetary Policy Committee is failing, then the Monetary Policy Committee has to draft the report to be sent to the government, and this is under the section 45ZN of the RBI Act 1934. Okay. So you can read this, and if they fail to maintain the inflation target between what? Between 2% to 6%. If the inflation is going above 6% for the consecutive 3 quarters, then they have to report to the government. And if the inflation is going below 2%, then also they have to report to the government. Okay, for the 3 consecutive quarters, if the inflation is below 2%. Okay. This is to failure to maintain inflation target. Now the inflation target is what? 4% plus minus 2%. That's why the inflation should not go below 2% and should not go above 6%. So this is the inflation range that is provided by the government in discussion with the RBI. Okay, and if they fail to meet, they have to report to the central government. In the report, all of these things should be provided, that why they failed for the 3 consecutive quarters, what are the remedial actions they are taking, and how many months or when they will be able to reach between the range again. So these are the things that they have to provide in the draft report. And from January, now you will see that how 9 months, how 3 consecutive quarters. So since January 2022 till September 2022, you can see that they are 9 months. From January 2022, the inflation was above 6%, and in September 2022 also, the means from January till September, in all the months, the inflation, the retail inflation was above 6%. So it was not in the range of 2% to 6%. Okay, for the 9 consecutive months, for the 3 consecutive quarters. This is the next question. So this is also a very big news that the GSTN, that is the Goods and Services Network, it will be working as the financial information provider under the account aggregator network. So what is this news? That the RBI has permitted the GSTN to be working as a financial information provider in the account aggregator network. Okay. So in the account aggregator network, the account aggregator is a NBFC that is under the RBI. It is under the regulation of the RBI. The account aggregator, they are the NBFCs that have the A license, that have the NBFC account aggregator license, and they are under the RBI. So they are the ones that take the consent of the consumer, of the person, and they send the information from the financial information providers. They are providing the financial information. So they take the information from the financial information providers and they send the information to the financial information users, so that the information can travel faster and the consumer can get the loans or the wealth management easier and faster. Okay, so this is also a news that I have covered thoroughly. I have told you about the A network, what it is. I have told you that what is the GSTN. Okay, what is this GST network? It is the IT infrastructure. It is the background for all the GST portal, for the common GST portal. This GSTN is the one that is supporting this GST portal. Okay, GST portal is the one that has all the information. That is the mother database for the GST, that has all the information regarding GST. So now you have to tell that which of the following is the regulator of the GSTN for providing for the financial, for becoming the financial information provider. So it is the Department of Revenue under the Ministry of Finance. Okay, so you can read the question very thoroughly. Okay, so the financial information provider, the GSTN, has become under the account aggregator, and to facilitate the cash flow lending to the MSME so that it becomes easier for the MSMEs to get the loans, because the information can easily be provided through the GSTN that they have this much of the sales, they are providing this much of the taxes regularly, so they are working very fine. So they can easily provide the financial information to the financial information users. Okay. So this is shall be regulator of the GSTN. Department of Revenue is the one for the specific purpose, and the GST returns is the one that shall be the financial information that is provided to the financial information users, because the GST return has all the information regarding the MSME, the sales, the purchases that they are doing, etc. So this is the complete news article that you can easily read. You can read about the GST return. These are the information that will be provided from the financial information user, that from financial information provider that the GSTN has become, and this information will be provided to the financial information user through the account aggregator network, and the account aggregator network will be having the consent of the consumer, okay, or the MSME that is involved. So you can read this complete news article. So now this is the 9th question. How many questions you have given right? You just see, just mark, okay, that I have given 7 right, I have given 8 right, or which of the news article you have missed, so that you can remember that, okay, this is a very important news article that I should know about. Okay, so this is the next question. Now for the quarter, the public sector banks have released the data for the second quarter, that is from July, August, September. For this quarter, the data has been released, and in that quarter, one bank is the one that has topped all the categories, all the percentage categories, all the categories in which the percentage growth was there, and it was the Bank of Maharashtra. So the Bank of Maharashtra is the one that has the highest percentage increase in the retail agriculture MSME loans, as well as it has the highest growth percentage in the total loans also. Okay. So Bank of Maharashtra is the correct answer. So here you can read about the news article that the Bank of Maharashtra is the one that has topped the list for the PSU lenders, for the public sector lenders, in the credit growth in percentage terms. Okay. So the Bank of Maharashtra has the highest increase in the RAM loans section also, and it is among the banks which has topped all the categories. Okay. Only in one category in which the creep of profitability was there, where net internet margin was there, the SBI and Bank of Maharashtra both have topped. They both have the same percentage, but other than that category, in all the categories, the BOM is at the top where the percentage growth is seen. Okay, so you have to remember this bank is very important now, because it has topped the list, okay, for the PSU lenders in the second quarter. Now this is the last question for today. I hope you can easily answer this question. There will be one homework question that you must know, and let me tell you that homework question, it has come in the IBPS PO. Okay, a question like that has come in the IBPS PO. My friend told me that there were many questions from the RBI notification. That was surprising in the IBPS PO means. So you can understand that when the bank is giving, or the IBPS is giving the questions in the PO level, in the mains level, from the RBI notification, so we can see like RBI will surely give such kind of questions, like it is RBI notifications that we are talking about. So this is the question that I hope you can easily answer. The IFSCA is a regulator. It is a very young regulator. I have made a session for IFSCA for your understanding, for your clarity. And the IFSCA has collaborated with the Reserve Bank of India, that is a big regulator in our country, for the supervision and the regulation of the regulated entities in their respective jurisdiction. So what is the meaning of the respective jurisdiction? I have already told you that the IFSCA is the one that regulates the International Financial Services Centers. That is, we have only one IFSC, that is the GIFT City. So all and any regulated entities that is under the GIFT City is regulated by the IFSCA. Even if they are the banks, they will be regulated by the IFSCA. But the RBI is the one that is regulating the banks in the country, okay, in the domestic territory. This is the International Financial Services Centers, where IFSCA is the regulator. They both have collaborated so that it becomes easier, it becomes strengthened, the regulators, the MOU, the Memorandum of Understanding, they both have collaborated, they both have come together for the cooperation between the two regulators, so that the strengthening safety, stability, soundness of respective financial ecosystems and nurturing environment they can both provide to each other, so that the optimal business development and economic growth can happen. So respective financial ecosystem means that the RBI has a financial system, that is the India is the complete financial system that is under the Reserve Bank of India, so that is the monetary authority of our country. The IFSCA, the gift city, that is in Gujarat, so it comes under the IFSCA because it has become, the gift city is the international platform now, so it will be under the IFSCA. Okay, so they both have different financial ecosystems. In the IFSCA, the rules are different. In India, in the domestic territory, the rules are slightly different. So they both are trying to nurture both the environments, and they both have collaborated so that there can be the technical cooperation and the exchange of information. Okay. So now I have already taken a session regarding the central bank digital currency. There was the concept note that has been released, and there was the e-rupee for the wholesale segment that has been released. The concept note was released in November. It was released in October, and the e-rupee for the wholesale segment, it started from 1st November, but the notification came out in October, 30th or 31st October. So this is regarding the October, but still I have provided you a question, and I have taken a separate session for the revision of the CBDC and for the e-rupee wholesale segment. If you have not seen that session, it will help you a lot to revise everything and anything regarding the CBDC. So a friend of mine had told me that there was in the IBPS PO there was a question regarding the CBDC, that was a statement based question, and you can see this question and you can CBDC is very important. It is a very important topic, and you must know everything about the central bank digital currency, the e-rupee that has been released by the RBI. The RBI is continuously releasing the concept notes. So the RBI has released the concept notes, the RBI has released the notification regarding the e-rupee wholesale segment, the first pilot, the e-rupee retail segment, the first pilot for the retail segment. So you must know everything about the e-rupee for now, because so many notifications has been released, and this is the homework question that I hope you all can easily answer, because this is a very important question. Okay, and this is a very important subject, the topic. Okay, so now thank you very much. I hope you have got 10 out of 10. Even if you have got 8 out of 10, that is also very good mark. If you have got 5 out of 10, that means you have to revise a lot. Maybe you have seen the notifications, you have seen the news articles, but you have to just revise, and after the revision you will surely get 8 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. So do tell me that how much marks you have got, so that I can also tell you that how you can revise and everything, and you can get any kind of advice that you want. Okay, so do comment in the comment section, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and join our Telegram channel, so that you can get the PDF of this session, and the PDF you will get in 24 hours, or you will get in the next working date surely. Okay, and if you have any query, you can mail us here, or you can contact us through this number. Thank you very much everyone. Do tell me that what is your score, and if you need any advice in how to revise the finance news. Thank you very much everyone.